Okay.
This meeting is being recorded.
Geez, that scared me.
That scared me too. All right, thank you for everyone for coming tonight. We're so excited to have you here. This is the DAEL team, and I'm looking up. It looks like I'm looking up because I'm looking at two different screens, but I'm not looking up the sky, even though it may look like that. My name is Kathy Kramer, and I'm here with the DAEL team. And sometimes people don't know what DAEL means, so I wanted to point that out. It's the Department of Adult Education and Literacy, so DAEL, DAEL team. And tonight what we're going to do is go through who each of us are and what resources we offer to you. If you have questions along the way, feel free to put them into the chat, and the DAEL team will be answering them. So first, I'd like for you to take a look at this picture here. You guys, the students, are here in the middle. And when we talk about things in our meetings, it's always about, are we supporting our students? And that's a question that's always very important to us. And you'll see that you have a large group of people supporting you. You have the teachers down here, the wild and crazy teachers. This one down here looks like Mitch Means, kind of relaxing in his seat.
Relaxing?
And then we have Galena, we have Peter, Amber, we have our front office, the DAEL staff, we have Maggie, Mandy, Michelle, our proctors, myself, and we have Hurt. So each of us are going to speak tonight and tell you a little bit about ourselves. So we're going to tell you who we are, what resources we provide. We're going to go over post-testing, which is super important for our department. We're looking for student feedback, so we do have some questions for you, just two easy ones, I hope, and then time for any questions from you. So when we think about the resources in our department, we have a lot of resources. We're here to help you. Everything we offer in our department is free. Remember that, free, free, free. But if you don't understand what resources we have, then they're not really resources for you. So I like this quote: it doesn't matter how many resources you have. If you don't know how to use them, it will never be enough. So letting us know what you need, letting your teachers know, we can try to find the resources that you need. All right, so who are we? So first up, Brett. Do you want to take it from here?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Brett. I'm one of the proctors here. The students are here. You might have met me as your first contact with JJC. I helped administer an exam, help get you placed into classes. Currently, that's what we'll be doing after the first. We'll be doing post-testing, getting everyone retested, and making sure we get you in the next set of classes, make sure you're advancing, things like that.
So this is like our dream team. Not like, they're our dream team. All right, do we have anyone from DAEL staff here tonight? No? Okay, Mandy, talk about DAEL staff.
I don't have my fancy microphone, so I had to struggle to unmute. It's just like being in class when you're online, right? Mandy, quick talk. So our front office staff handle—
Is Amber here? I'm going to ask the question. Is Amber with us? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay, sorry guys.
That's okay. So it's important to know our entire front office staff, 3 ladies, are bilingual in Spanish. We have additional staff who know a couple other languages like Russian and French and Haitian to some extent. So there is a lot going on in our department, and we can't handle every language, but we have a couple workarounds. They can help you find our registration information on the website. They can answer general questions about our programs to help you find the right spot to land. But what really is the place most of you are going to encounter them is if I have a change in my schedule, I have questions about what's going on, you can contact them to reschedule your registration test. Remember, all of us had to take a test to be in here. And then if you didn't quite get it finished in your session, you might have to register for another one. You're going to hear small voices in the background because just like us all, we have lives outside of work and school. It happens. They also handle, if you have another registration, or if you need to change information, say I changed my legal last name because I got married, or maybe I looked at my paperwork and it flipped my information, my last name and my first name or middle name, or maybe I didn't remember that birth date, month, and year are different when I format them for our form. You can help by calling in and making that change with them or visiting our office. It's open from 8 to 4:30. Please don't show up at 4:30. Show up at 4 if you have a concern, because then they'll be able to help you before we close up the office for the night. There are days that we're here are open until 5:30, and I think that is specifically on Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday in person, Thursday online. So we can handle you if you call in. You're going to hear a long message, wait through it, and then wait for someone to talk to you.
Thank you, Mandy. All right, so next up, we have over 60 teachers employed in our department, and I think each one of them brings something different. Each one has their own personality, their own way of explaining things, and they do an amazing job. So sometimes we get really comfortable with the teacher we have and we want to stay with them for semester after semester after semester. But trust me, we have a lot of good teachers, so don't be afraid to try some new ones. You might fall in love with that one also. And we want to always encourage you to go to your teachers first for information. They're smart, they know what they're doing, they're professional. And they're there to help you also. So they're part of the circle that is surrounding you and supporting you. If you're a teacher tonight, raise your hand. And you guys know how to do the little clap, right? In Zoom, you can clap for your teachers. All right, Galina.
Yeah. So yes, it's me. If at any moment you feel that you need extra help, you see, do not hesitate to call or email me directly. Emails are considered your tutor requests if you let me know what your need is. Like, I'm struggling with math or reading or ESL. I need to improve my language skills. And I'm available. Indicate your time. Tutors, again, are free for you. We help with English as second language. We also help with adult basic education, which is reading, writing, math. I specifically want to remind you that we also have trained citizenship tutors and also one of our foci focus so is digital literacy, because we want you to be confident in your digital skills. You select time and location. If you know the library which is close to the place where you live, let me know, because many local libraries are our partners. And also, please keep your appointments. Okay, I see that somebody else is pushing me out.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Okay, so our literacy program I represent tries to be as flexible as we could be and to meet all your needs. Also, just like the flexibility in you choosing your time, location of tutoring, you can do it in person, you can do it online, you can go hybrid. Hybrid from time to time if you can attend. And this is what you decide with your tutor. Again, just let me know, email or call me, and I will help you to find a tutor. Okay.
And please notice that at the bottom of each slide, we have our email so that you can, if you want to take a picture, you want to write it down so you don't forget. And Galina, I'm going to just brag a little bit. She's one of the best in the state at getting tutors for students. So
thank you very
keep
much.
Keep her working.
Yeah. And we are open for community members. You know, you can stop by and just to take one session, multiple sessions, whatever you need. We try to meet your needs at any stage. Okay. Michelle, you can take over.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Don't lie.
So students
Remote
and teachers,
control.
I'm going to tell the truth. So I gave some of them a warning not to talk for too long. So now they're thinking that I'm like, you know, at the Grammys when they clap, when they want them to leave the stage, they think that's what I'm doing. But really, it's just I get antsy and keep moving. So up next is Michelle.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Michelle Lyman, and I'm so happy that you're all here. I like to say that I have one of the best jobs at Joliet Junior College because I get to help all of you with your next steps. And that's right, we really need to start thinking about what do you want to do in the future? So we offer free college transition services. I am a certified academic advisor with Joliet Junior College, but more importantly, I'm your academic advisor. So count on me for help. I'm a lifelong resident of the Joliet Junior College District, so I know a lot of community resources. So if you're in need of extra help, please reach out and I will try to connect you to those. If you're not sure what those next steps are going to be, or you're curious about different careers, we have interest assessments and we can do career exploration together. If you're looking for a little bit of financial assistance with classes, I can help you locate some of those resources, guide you on how to do a FAFSA, or help with applying for scholarships. We also do work-based learning, job shadowing, pre-apprenticeships, and we'll be working on apprenticeships in the very near future. So I'm very excited about that. And we have several bridges. And bridges, if you think about a bridge, just not the one on I-80, because that's not a safe one. But if you think about a bridge, it gets you from one spot to another safely. And bridges here at DAEL help take you from ESL or your high school diploma or your Illinois high school diploma, which was formerly GED or high school equivalency. It takes you from those classes to either a career, better employment, or college. So I'd like to talk to you about some of our bridge offerings that we have. And then when you're ready, you can do both. You can do ESL and your high school equivalency, Illinois high school diploma, and take college classes and be co-enrolled at the same time. That's right, folks. You don't have to wait to finish one to go on to the other. So I would be more than happy to sit down one-on-one with you students over Zoom or in person, whatever it's convenient, to talk about your next steps. So let's start thinking about those goals and what we can do to help make those goals a reality. Thanks.
Thank you, Michelle. So yeah, keep Michelle's name in the back of your mind or up front on your board as like I'm going somewhere and she's going to help you get there. All right, so we've got a couple new people. Even our teachers don't know Peter yet. Peter, take it away.
Hello, my name's Peter Murphy. I am extremely new here to JJC, but I've got to meet the DAEL department, and they are extremely an awesome group. And just want to say we're so happy to have you in these classes. Got a great group of people here to help support you. What I do here, or what I purport to do, is I am the ESLTP coordinator. So the ESLTP program is a credit recovery program for people who are extremely close to graduate high school. They just need a couple more credits, specifically 5 more or less. And we work with Michelle Lyman as well with transitioning into careers and colleges. And we also do work-based learning as well. So opportunities to explore careers and try out, see what you might be interested in. Also, you know, managing testing of ESLTP students, maintain paperwork for high schools, and advise and contact students. Got a great group here, and we're excited to have you. And if you ever do need my services, I'm always available, and it's great to have you here.
So we're excited to have Peter. He comes from a teaching background also. So teachers, Peter's a good resource also if you need some other new ideas.
He was just bragging today about making some more work-based resources. So collaborating with what he's doing and making those available to the rest of us and to the rest of us that touch students or the students themselves. Get ready.
Yay, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
All right, and we have another new person. Woohoo! Hertz.
Yes, good evening. I'm Hertz Desir. I'm new, just like Peter. I'm the ESL coordinator. So my job is to support teachers and students with resources and everything in between, and answer questions from the students and try to help the best way I can. But I know a lot of those questions now, I have to rely on the expert in the front office to help me. So they've been very helpful. So I really appreciate all of them. And also for our students, I have to tell you that I started as an ESL student. I'm not gonna tell you how long ago, but it's more than 2 decades. A little more than 2 decades ago. So.
That's general enough.
Okay, what does 2 decades? How long ago is that? One of the students. How long ago is 2 decades?
Shout it out. Unmute first.
Anybody know? 20
2
years.
decades.
Oh, I hear it in Susie's class.
I see it in the chat. Go Elwin.
Hello.
All right. Thank you, Elwin. All right. They found you out, Hertz.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like it, but it is. So yeah, I'm very excited. And then I also want to say too, even especially for the ESL teachers, the work you do, not just the ESL teachers, but I just want to say that specifically to ESL, the work you do has a lot of impact. And I'm just one example, but I'm sure you would find many other examples of students that came to your class and then they transition. Maybe someone like Michelle helps them to transition. And it's just amazing, the work that we do in this department. Sometimes we just do the work and we don't even think about the impact, how far it goes, but it's very impactful, meaningful, very meaningful. So thank you.
Thank you. So let's give Peter and Hertz a hand. Welcome. Woo! We're glad to have you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm up next. So I am Kathy Kramer, and my job is to support you and your teachers. And I love my job. I truly, truly love my job. I love when students have questions for me, when they come and we can talk. I love going into classrooms, talking with teachers, if I can support teachers in any way. It's truly what makes me happy. I do want to share, let me just say, I have my email and phone number here, but I'm going to be honest. I don't like to answer the phone. So if you want to get hold of me, email me because it'll be much faster. So we have some good news for our students who are working towards getting their GED or their high school. Right now, it's a high school equivalency. We will be starting post-testing soon. If you have 40 hours of class time and you post-test with us, then you can let your teacher know, hey, I'd like to take the GED Ready, which is like the practice test, and we'll give you a voucher or a code so you can go in and take one of the tests. So that's coming up soon, and we'll have a slide about that. The really big news, and I think your teachers have probably shared this, is starting 2023, so in January, when you finish your GED test, you can then say, I have an Illinois high school diploma. It will no longer be an equivalency, but an Illinois high school diploma. So that's very exciting news for the state of Illinois. And then just a reminder, the Constitution test is no longer taken at the testing center. You do that online. And once you complete one GED test, then you take your Constitution test so that those two can be linked up. From what I've heard from students so far, it's very easy. So that should give you some encouragement. So really, my job is to help you. If you have anything that your teachers can't help you with, you just have additional questions, really, I'm here because I love to be here. So let me know if you need something. All right, Maggie, do you want to talk about Amber? Well, talk nicely about Amber.
Of course, I'll talk nicely about Amber. So, Amber Carlisle is our program manager. She works closely with me to make sure that our financial reporting and our budget and purchasing information is accurate and appropriate. She also works with our fantastic instructors to make sure that their professional development is recorded and paid. She also ensures that the contracts are accurate and sent out in a timely manner. She also is responsible for organizing our graduation and special events. I recommend that you email her also instead of calling her. The woman's a rock star. She kind of just started. She's fairly new, and my fault. She answers to me, and I just kind of threw her into the deep end. I'm like, here you go, and she has picked it up swimmingly. So, good for Amber. I wish you could be here and you could all meet her today. So, anyway, that's what I have. That's Amber. That's our Amber.
And I'll also say, if you have, if you need anything for your job, I don't think that was maybe mentioned. If you have any, like you need a letter for your job or for court, Amber does that also. All right, Mandy.
There's more on the slide than I remember. So I'm going to summarize. All these lovely people who work with us here, Maggie and I make sure that they get the money to run the classes, that students get into those classes. And we look at the back end of things. I want to shout out our student in here, Timur. We just saw you do so much work online and your teacher records it. And I want to say shout out to the awesome work you're doing, because it's going to show up in your post testing. We do things like look at the attendance and make sure that the classes have enough students to keep running. Do we need to change the times? Do we need to change the place? And if that's something that, hey, you want to tell us, we need to change the time that we have class. There's a whole group that would love to come, but they don't know blank, blank, blank. We are happy to hear that and make some of those adjustments or make things better and available to them. So the different grants we have, and this is something that Maggie talks about and we'll talk about, can handle so much for our community. And we can find something to help you, from family literacy in Plainfield and our ESL and GED/Illinois High School Diploma classes online and in person. But we also have links to resources at the college between all of this group here. So there might be ways for us to help you find emergency housing, or say, I can't pay a bill, or I want to drop out because I don't have a way to get to class anymore, or I don't have a device to go to class online. We can find things to help you. And that's kind of us and what we do and how we support you in a nutshell for me.
All right. So Mandy is doing an amazing job as our manager. So we appreciate all the support that she's giving to us and making sure the program is working seamlessly. All right. So we've had a lot of changes in our department in the last year. And so we also have a new director. Well, fairly, I don't know if we could say new anymore. Sorry, Maggie.
Wow,
No
am I
more
looking
new
old?
girl.
Oh.
Hi, everyone. So I want to start by apologizing to Mandy and Kathy for interrupting them in an earlier slide. I just wanted to make sure that Amber wasn't here to speak for her team. Also, I have some notes because, I have notes. I also want to welcome Hertz and Peter. I can already tell these guys are rock stars joining the rock star team that we already have. I'm very excited about that. It's an honor to work with this amazing team. My job, what is my job? So my job is the grant, basically. I make sure that we have the funding that we need to make sure are all served well, that the teachers are taken care of, that the teachers get paid, that this amazing staff has the resources that they need to get paid. So I'm the person who writes the grant. Well, let me be clear. I pull everything together. So I might not write every word, but I'll reach out to, say, Michelle, and I'll say, Michelle, write a narrative on your IETs. Or, eventually I'll reach out to Hertz and I'll say, tell me what you're doing in ESL, right? So I kind of pull everything together and make sure that everything goes to the state, because I'm responsible to the state and the federal government for all of our grants. So that's kind of my fun job, is basically compliance. That means they don't just give me the money and say, here you go, Maggie, it's all yours. Doesn't work that way. They give me the money and they give the college the money and they say, this is what you're going to do. And my job is to make sure that that money, because it's taxpayer money, let's be clear, that money is spent in a way that's appropriate and the way that it's spent. And that is to make sure that you are all served. So that's basically my job. I'm also the liaison between DAEL and the college, and DAEL and the state, and DAEL and our local one-stop. Now, Kathy talked a little bit about it. Mandy talked a little bit about it. I know Michelle mentioned it, I think, too. We do have community partners who we can work with to help you get resources that you need. So that's kind of my gig. Now, my information is not on here. It doesn't mean I'm not accessible. But if you need to get a hold of me, you can call anybody else and they'll give you my email. I'm like Kathy. I'm best to get a hold of with emails. So can anybody think of anything I'm missing? I'm the happy leader of Adult Ed. Who wouldn't be happy working with these guys? I was drawn to this job in January because of this team. This team is amazing. The teachers are phenomenal. They're known around the state. And it was my honor that they chose me for this position.
Yay.
Oh,
So
yeah, Kat.
that is our team, and I tried to put them in order as you would probably come in contact with them. So the proctors are your first contact, and then our front office. Michelle and Galena you're often referred to when the proctors talk with you. So just remember, we're all here to support you. We're all surrounding you all the time.
We are getting such good questions in this chat, and half of them are delivered by teachers on behalf of their students in classes. So keep them coming and keep thinking of them, because unfortunately, Kathy has to do most of the answering.
So
Sorry,
Mandy,
Kathy.
I'll let you type that answer in while I'm going to the next slide. So I want to explain how our program works, because sometimes it's a little confusing to students. But one of the great things is you see on the little hat is that our program is free. Everything we offer, our tutoring, our advising, Michelle has tuition money. Usually, I'll say usually, we always have. So I never want to guarantee anything. But but everything is free to you. And the state provides that to us because they want you to be successful. They want for you to get out and get jobs, to help your children, and do the things that you want to do. But they require two things from you. They want you to attend classes, which makes sense because when you come, you learn. And they want for you to do better on your post-test. Your post-test is the second test that you take in a year than you did on the first one you took. And I think that's a goal that you probably have for yourself also. You want to see some improvement, right? I think so, right? Everybody wants to do better than they did before. So those are the two requirements of our grant, is that we can keep this program free, but we need you to attend classes regularly, not, oh, I feel like getting up and going tonight, but you need to be on Zoom or in your class regularly, and we want you to make an improvement from last time. And so we have post-testing coming up, and you see here a little applause. So some of you will be testing sooner than others. Oh, go back, Kathy, too fast. All right. So our goal is for you to reach 40 hours in a class. And that happens between attending Zoom, attending your in-class, and for a lot of our classes doing either Essential Ed or Burlington English outside of class. So your teachers aren't just trying to bug you when they say, do your Essential Ed. Well, Mitch is bugging you, but no, they're not trying to. It's part of earning your 40 hours. And so we really need for you to do that. When you hit 40 hours after November 7th, we are going to have one of our Dream Team proctors join your class and ask you to join in their Zoom or in person, and they're going to give you a post-test. So if you took the tape test, you're going to take another tape test. If you took CASAs, you're going to take another CASAs. And we really want for you to take your time and do a good job, okay? Your teachers are probably teaching you test-taking skills, so you're learning those and how to be a better test taker. And then when you're finished with your test, our proctors are going to help you enroll in spring classes. So if you have 40 hours and you post-test, you get to choose your classes first, or at least earlier than a lot of people, all right? And that way, if you wanted in-person and you got remote, or you wanted remote and you got in-person, you can choose what you're getting. If you have questions about the post-test, put them in the chat, please. But great job. We've seen a lot of people that are past 40 hours. So we will be contacting you or your teacher around November 7th. All right. So absent. So no post-test. Unfortunately, probably not people that are on with us tonight, but some students will not have a post-test because they don't have 40 hours yet. So if your teacher doesn't have you do a post-test, it's because you weren't attending class regularly or not doing your Essential Ed or Burlington English, and you didn't hit the 40 hours. So we really need to work harder on getting to class and doing your software requirement. But we always have good news. So the good news is that you can still enroll in spring classes, but it'll be the last week of classes, of these classes that we're in now. And then once you hit 40 hours, we'll test you in the spring. So post-testing, Susie Fink is asking, what will post-testing look like? For the in-person, we'll have a proctor that will pull your students out to test. We're still kind of fine-tuning those details, but we'll be sending that out soon. All right, Michelle's going to tell you about some additional resources.
So in addition to your ESL or your high school equivalency, Illinois high school diploma classes, I'd like you to know that you are a member of Joliet Junior College. You are JJC students. And since you are students of Joliet Junior College, there are additional resources that are available to you at no cost at all. And so we really hope that you would take advantage of these. So teachers, if you would also share these with your students, that would be incredible. First of all, we have the Office of Student Activities, and they sponsor a lot of clubs, programs, fun games, and crafts and activities. And some of these things, the clubs that you can join can be a club that is related to your program of study, your nationality, your hobbies and your interests, and also your cultural background. So there are a lot of activities that are free. They host these on all campuses. As a matter of fact, we are collaborating with the Office of Student Activities to bring some of these services to both the Romeoville and City Center campus. So make sure you look out for the posters. They're usually in the elevators. They're also online, and we have calendars that we can also leave in the teacher workroom. Then if you, we want to remind you that we do have not only a full-time staffed a municipal police department for your safety and security, we also have what's called CSOs, and these are campus security officers. They can do things like walk you to your car if it's dark. You just let them know that you would like just an escort to the car. If you've lost anything, there's lost and found. You can get your parking tags with security. So make sure you do have the proper tag so that you don't get a ticket. You can also rely on them to do things like tornado drills and to lead things like fire drills as well. So you would see these officers, they are in uniform. Please come up and say hi to one. They're very friendly and they're here to serve you. We have grants for childcare for 3 to 5-year-olds. That's called See Campus. Come see me or Kathy or Mandy, and we can get you pointed in the right direction. Should any of you need help with childcare assistance? And let's just think about mental health. It's just as important as our physical health. If you had asthma or if you broke your leg, you would not hesitate to go to the doctor or the hospital. So if you're starting to feel anxious or depressed, or maybe you have trouble focusing, or there's something that's stressing you out in your life, we have free mental health services available to you students. And it is on a referral basis because we all at some time either face something as huge as a crisis and need help, maybe with death of a family member or spouse. Maybe it's just anxiety, unemployment, your children, just some struggles. We're here to help you, not just to get your academic goals, but to your whole well-being. We care about every bit of you on this. We also have additional resources. So if you're facing food insecurity, housing insecurity, need some resources for health in the community, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I can connect you to all of those additional resources. Thank you.
All right. Are you feeling it? We're surrounding you. We're supporting you. So don't forget, we're here for you. All right. So now we want to actually hear from you. We've been talking, we've been sharing who we are, and we want to know, what you think. So we have a couple questions for you, and you can put these in the chat. And we also have a Padlet that we're going to share. But the two questions are, what makes you feel like you belong at JJC? So we know that when we feel like we belong somewhere, we want to keep going. So what things are happening at JJC that make you feel like you belong? And then how can we better support you? Maybe there's something that you're like, gosh, I wish that the department did this. So you can put it in the chat. And Well, let me just say this real quick. Have you ever done a homework assignment and you finished it and you turned it in and then you're like, I didn't do it the way I wanted it? Have you guys done that? Because I do that a lot. And I made this Padlet, which I've used a lot, and it didn't turn out quite the way that I wanted it to. But let me show it to you. So I'm going to stop sharing. And if you can, let me make sure. So what makes you feel like you belong? And how can we better support you? And I'm going to stop sharing and go to Padlet. And then I'm going to show you, let me see here what we've got. And if anybody wants to just speak out loud and tell us, they can do that also. So this is a Padlet, and you should be able to answer the questions right underneath. Oh, and some of you are. But you should be able to put images or pictures or videos, anything that you want. But you can choose how you want to do it. You can type it in. I like this one. Caring staff, happy, helpful people who make their time. Thank you for those. But if you want to answer in a different way, like this person did, well, this person's Michelle, because I had her try it out. When I make mistakes, I like somebody else to see that I make the mistakes. I don't know why. So you can also go to the plus, and Mandy or Michelle or Galena, could you put the link in the chat if you have it handy? Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's okay. I sent it just to one person first.
It's in the chat already.
So what
Thank
you
you.
can do, if you want to do something besides typing it in, you can click here at the bottom. There's the plus. And then I like to choose the 3 little dots because then I can see all the choices. I can do camera, and I could take a picture of maybe me and my classmate. That's why I feel like I belong, because I like the students. So I could take a picture, and you can do this on your phone too. Maybe you want to look for if you like YouTube, you could go to YouTube and find a video. You can find an image. So maybe it's teachers. Maybe that's what makes it. Or students. So I'll just do teachers because I know that one's going to be easy to find an image. Well, these are all kind of kids, so I don't know that I love these. What do you guys think? But you could go there. You could pick a word. Let's see. Oh, let's go here. Teachers. And I could click on that. And then it'll pop up. I can write something if I want. The teachers make me feel included. Maybe that's why you feel like you belong. And then you publish. So this is just another way that we can share our thoughts. And I like this. I'm just loving all the love here. Aw, thank you. We appreciate that. Somebody asked about, this was a good question, about emails. Why do I have to have a JJC email? That's a good question. So I put in the, I guess it really, I know why, because this is mine. Okay, so this is something that we discovered during the pandemic. The rest of the college does not use your personal emails. And if you go through disability services, if you check anything out with the library, anything that you do, they're going to email your JJC email. So we had some students who were checking things out, people who needed some help with food, different resources, and they weren't getting them because everything was going to their JJC email. And JJC feels this is the most secure way to communicate with you. And to be honest, we've had a lot of moms signing their kids up. And so we want for your teachers to be communicating with you and not mom or dad or brother or sister or husband. You're the student.
And also just on the resume, yes, Michelle. So just if you use your JGC email address, it shows you in a different way, yeah, that you are a student, that you are just working on your progress, that you are just like doing and investing in yourself, you know, just doing a lot of things. So I strongly suggest using JGC email.
Yeah, and I've heard some teachers talk about they'll actually discuss how some people have their email, like maybe it's, I don't know, something that's maybe not ideal for the employers to read. I'm going to go back over here real quick. And why do I have to take another test? There is a response to that one.
Yes.
So please read that because that's a good answer. What makes you feel like you belong at JJC? I love the fact how all the teachers actually care and are very supportive towards us and motivate us to keep going. Oh, I love that. Susie thinks students like that they are given a student ID. Woo! Yes, and we have IDs can be, you can get your IDs at Romeoville main campus, and we have certain dates at City Center. And there's usually a long line, so we're happy to see students getting their IDs. Oh my gosh, look at that last one. What makes you feel like you belong at JJC? It made me realize that I'm smarter than I thought I was. Oh, I love that. Oh my gosh, is it okay if I share that? I love that.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the thing. You don't often think, hey, I can't do this. That means I'm awesome and smart. It just means you don't have what you need to do that task yet. Come on now.
Yeah.
Like Michelle said, we wouldn't make you go in a hopping contest with a broken leg. You shouldn't judge yourself if you can't do something yet.
And I'm going to share a little secret with the students and whoever sent that. When I started working here, I felt the same way because I have a really supportive, just like you have us supporting you, this team here supports me. And when I feel like, oh, I don't know if what I'm doing or is this right, they help me out. And it's, even when I make mistakes, it makes me feel like, wow, I'm doing okay.
I have a question for whoever wrote contact us more, and I was about to toast a reply. So I want to hear from all of you, and you can put it in the chat or in the Padlet. I'll put a comment in here. Do we like to be contacted via text, via phone, by a phone call? Do we want more emails?
Again, email.
Take your vote. What would you like to be contacted by?
And if you want to come off mute and tell us, you can do that too. We have choices.
Yeah.
Chat,
there are times I
Padlet,
email all
voice.
of you. Have you been checking the emails when we say, hey, there's a closure, or when your teachers tell you you can park in the staff lot? Do we like that, or do you want us to text you as a whole group? Because we can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for us, it's kind of tricky because we don't know what the best way is. Like we've told you, a lot of us don't answer the phone all the time as frequently as we do email, but is that true for you? Maybe it's not.
Yes. There have been a few times someone calls and I'm in a meeting and I text them back and they text with me for a little while, but that might not be the best way for everybody. So no one's coming off mute. Come on, we have 32 people here. Oh, Susie's class is prolific. Teresita, I saw you're here with your class. You can tell us too. And I know Patricia dragged in her class online. I see Timur and Nogaye. You guys are doing awesome. We like texts. All right, I'm seeing text from Susie Fink's class. We'll have to.
I just saw another one. I'm going to go off topic, but what makes you feel like you belong? You are awesome, and teachers want to see you succeed.
They do.
They do, truly.
I do want to say something.
Yeah, go for it, Rosa.
I want to say what makes me feel belong to JJC is all the support you all offer for everyone and each of us. You all make things very easy for me to not say or to give excuses that, oh no, I cannot continue because I don't have the resources. And you all make it very easy, and I'm very happy that I I have joined JJC already like 2 years ago, and I continue because, like I just say, all the resources that you all offer for me, it's right there, and I don't have no excuses to say no, I cannot continue.
I love that, Rosa. Thank
We
you.
love you,
Made our
Rosa.
heart happy.
Thank you.
I love you.
We are so happy. We are so happy you're with us, Rosa.
Thank you.
That was something I was just saying. A lot of you might think we're weird because we'll be like, oh, Timur, I know your name. I have seen you in 3 different places. I've put you in Burlington English, or I've put you in Essential Education. We are so rooting for you that by the time we see you succeed and graduate or exit ESL, we'll be like, man, I did that. And you have no idea who we are. You did that. But we're stacking it up. We have so much fun watching you do your thing, guys. Yes, text is good. Thank you. I appreciate it when you guys reply back. And honestly, I try to get back to you.
Kathy, can you scroll so we can see if there's more on the page?
Yeah, let's see. Oh, look here. A student succeeding. Downtown Joliet. Yeah, I like that too. Oh,
we have
look
more
at the
restaurants?
student ID. That's a good idea. I like that picture. Yeah, we're going to have summer classes. And I think we're going to have some cool new ideas for summer coming too.
Yes, we might have a variety of options because we try a few things during the year. Let's try something new in the summertime. And thanks, Teresita.
And always let us know what you think. Like, yeah, that class worked, good idea, that didn't work. This form was too difficult, or what I've been seeing with students is at first they think a lot of like technology is difficult, and then pretty soon they're doing amazing. Even teachers, right, Patricia? If you don't know Patricia, she's like, I love Patricia because she learns things and then she's like the expert, and she does an amazing job, especially with technology. She's just like you. She's like, I'm a learner. I'm going to do it. All right. Well, feel free to keep adding. Feel free to email us. We can put our emails in the chat again if you want to email us with additional answers. So remember, the 2 questions are, where did they go? Here we go. What makes you feel like you belong at JJC, and how can we better support you? So feel free to keep sending us comments. And then I'm going to come back to my PowerPoint. Slowly, I'm coming back to my PowerPoint. Let's see.
Now's your time. If you guys have additional questions before we end this session, you know a little bit more about each of us, you can think about it. But if there's something you've been burning to ask, now's the time.
All right, here we go. So I want to share that if you have friends, if you have family that want to take classes next semester, we will start registration on November 1st. And if you want to take a picture of this QR code, you can do that and send it to your family so that they can get registered. Okay. And we're going to share this PowerPoint with your teachers also. And then don't forget that we are on social media. We try to keep it easy. If you go to Facebook and you type in JJC DAEL, Remember, Department of Adult Education and Literacy. You'll find us on Instagram, Facebook, a little bit on YouTube. We want to get some more videos on there. But Facebook and Instagram, we use a lot. So feel free to like us there. And then do you have any questions for us before you go tonight? So Susie, the way that it was explained to me is that they should take at least one GED test first. But did your student get a confirmation that they had taken it? Because this is new for us too. So honestly, we're going to learn from students, and that's why we love your feedback. It's just like when you take the GED test, you become the experts. Oh, Michelle, this is a good question for you.
It is.
Can students take any classes at JJC before earning their GED?
Oh, that is an excellent question. And the answer is yes. And I can help you do that. Absolutely. Now, there might be a few programs that require your GED first, like nursing. However, you can take your general educations to get ready for nursing, English, math, psychology, your humanities. So you definitely can take classes while you're working on your GED. It's called co-enrolling, and I can help you do that. Great question.
I know. That's a good student and a good crowd there.
Any other questions that you have for us? When will we get the report that states student hours? Well, we're still working on that, but hopefully by the first week of November. Don't you think, Mandy, we should have that ready?
Yes. And we'll tell you where they currently stand. It's been very interesting. So please monitor all of your attendance and make sure that it's up to date, because that's what we pull. That's all that we get, I want to say credit for, when we say two things help us pay for our classes, it's your attendance in class and it's your pre-test and post-test. That's how we ensure that our classes are free. So we are very grateful that you take the time to do it with your tutor or with your tutors, with your teachers and with our proctors. And also tutors. And if you do it in advance this time or as you're doing it, we will help you sign up for spring if you're choosing to join us again. We have a phone number that unmuted. I think she wants to ask us a question. No, maybe
I think she just was able to join.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah.
Well, we have a recording. We can put it up later too.
Yeah. Well, keep sending us your ideas. What makes you feel like you belong? How can we better support you? And this isn't just this week. This is always. We want to know how we can better support you, because we really want this to be the best program for you. So let us know. And I think we've got everything.
Yes.
Kathy?
Yeah.
It's Susie. I'm just wondering, I have a back-to-back class after this one. I don't know if you got my message. Will you be able to, as soon as this is done recording, will you be able to send me the link so I could show it to my 7:45 staff?
Yeah, I can do that. Definitely. Yeah. Thank you for asking.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and then I'll send the PowerPoint out also for everyone. And if you want to join us, again tomorrow, we'll be here at 11 o'clock doing the same presentation. Well, it might be a little different. We're like Broadway stars, it's always a little different.
Point them in our direction, tell someone else to join, share the link with someone who hasn't joined classes yet. Maybe this is the push that they need.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you, teachers, students, our wonderful team. We're so happy you came, and we'll talk to you later.
Hey.
To my class, please go back to Burlington English class.
I told her